What is going on, comic book fans? Welcome back to Bruce and Stephanie Comics. My name is Bruce, and today is Tuesday, September 27th of 2022. We are just one day away, that's right, one day away from the best day of the work week, and that is New Comic Book Day. Guys, I am so excited to get my hands on some of these books. These stories have been so good as of late. But guys, this is my hype video. I'm trying to get you pumped up and excited for the books that I am most excited to read this week. So this is my top 5 must-have pickups for New Comic Book Day. But guys, we have so much more to cover in this video than just my top 5. We have a whole checklist to go over, so let's not waste any more time. Let's check out this checklist. And the first thing that we're going to do is we're going to go over my pull list. That's right, guys, I'm going to show you every single book that I'm picking up this week, and this week is a big one. It's a doozy. I think it's bigger than last week even. That was a big week that week. And after that, we're going to go over my cover lover picks. These are the books that I'm picking up, or I'm going to think about picking up based on the cover art alone. And we have a new segment on this video called the chopping block. These are the books that I will be chopping from my list, making my pull list just a little bit short because the stories are just not up to par. I'm telling you, they're not very good. And then after that, we're going to hit my almost top 5, and then after that, we're going to hit the meat of the show, the top 5 must-have pickups for this week's New Comic Book Day, which is September 28th of 2022. All right, guys, let's not waste any more time. Let's go ahead and go over my pull list. Alright guys, my pull list this week is way too big. What am I doing collecting this many books? I just love comic books so much, and there are 27 books on my pull list. 27, it's way too much. And of those 27, there are 5 new number 1s, and I am not caught up on 8 of the 27. That's a lot of books I'm not caught up on. I know I just had a very busy weekend this past weekend, but I got a lot of stuff done. I feel really good about it. Stephanie and I did a whole fall cleaning, I guess, of the whole entire house. Man, we got rid of so much stuff we didn't need. But guys, 27 books, 8 I haven't got caught up on, and 5 new number 1s. So that's the pull list. Let's go ahead and dive in to my cover lover picks. Alright guys, I have 4 cover lover picks for you. These are books that I just think the artwork on the cover is so amazing, and I want to share them with you. And the first one up is for Harley Quinn, number 22, the David Nakayama New York Comic Con 2022 foil exclusive. Oh my god, that was a mouthful. But guys, this cover is absolutely gorgeous. I love it. I believe this artwork came out for a previous issue and they're reusing it for the New York Comic Con exclusive. I could be wrong, but maybe it is. I don't know. Guys, let me know down in the comments below if you know if that's true or not, but I recognize this artwork from somewhere. It has to be either a previous issue or maybe it's on the regular issue for this one. I don't know. But guys, this cover is absolutely fantastic. Sadly, Stephanie and I are not going to New York Comic Con, so I will not be getting this, but guys, this cover is gorgeous. And the next cover up is by one of my favorite artists, but guys, I'm nervous this book isn't going to be very good. And I'm talking about Tim Drake Robin number 1. The cover be done by my boy, Jorge Jimenez. His artwork is just some of the best in the industry. I love it so much. But the writer on this book, I do not like her writing at all. But guys, the artist on this book is going to be okay. Riley Rusimo, I'm a big fan of his art. So the art, in my opinion, is going to be okay. But man, the writing, I'm not sure I'm going to enjoy this book or not. But man, this cover right here by Jorge Jimenez is the bomb. Next up is Mighty Morphin Power Rangers number 100, the John Jay exclusive variant. It's absolutely gorgeous. I will have links down in the description below where you can pick this book up because this is a gorgeous cover for a pretty cool book. And the last cover that I want to show you guys is for Fortnite X Marvel Zero War number 5, the 1 in 25 Donald Mustard variant. Now guys, I have not been a fan of any of these Fortnite crossovers at all. I think they're just like, you know, money grabs, as Stephanie like to say. But guys, this cover featuring Wolverine is absolutely amazing. I love it. Donald Mustard did an amazing job on this cover. It's so cool. I might have to pull the trigger on this. I might. And especially if I can find it under ratio, then I might actually pull the trigger on it. But guys, this cover is just gorgeous. I had to share it with you guys because it is so beautiful. Alright guys, let's go ahead and jump into the new segment on this video series called The Chopping Block. Alright guys, welcome to the new segment, the chopping block. This is the segment where I'm going to let you guys know what books I am cutting from my pull list because the books just aren't up to par. They're not any good. I'm not enjoying them. And when you're collecting 27 books, well, those stories better be damn good to stay on my pull list. So there are 2 books that I'm cutting from my pull list this week. And the first one up is Damage Control. Issue number 2 drops this week. And after reading issue number 1, holy crap, that book was not good at all in my opinion. I did not enjoy it. I know some of you guys out there probably enjoyed it a lot, and I'm glad you did, but this book is just not for me. I'm cutting it from my pull list because I'm just collecting too many books. And the next one up, which is kind of a surprise to me because I was really looking forward to this book, is Shang-Chi and the Ten Rings. After reading the first couple issues, guys, I just did not enjoy it. It wasn't very good. I really like the character in the movie, but this book right here, it really just isn't connecting with me. And when the book doesn't connect with me and I'm not enjoying the story, well, it's gotta go. It's gotta go. I need to make room for more independence in my life, and Shang-Chi and the Ten Rings just isn't for me. So those are the 2 books that are on my chopping block. They are no longer on my pull list. So let's go ahead and dive in to my almost top 5. Alright guys, there are 7 books on my almost top 5, and the first one up is DC Horror Presents Sergeant Rock vs. the Army of the Dead #1, written by Bruce Campbell. I cannot wait to see what this book is going to be all about. It's horror, it's written by Bruce Campbell, it's going to have Army of the Dead in it. Oh, again, it sounds so good. Fingers crossed it actually is good, and man, some of those covers by Gary Frank are absolutely amazing. Alright guys, and the next book up is End After End #2, drops this week. It was supposed to come out last week, it got delayed, it's coming out this week. It's from my best friend David Andrew. Man, he's such a great writer, and Tim Daniel. Now, issue number 1 was really good, and I'm excited to see where issue number 2 is going to go. I hope this book can make it to the top 5 must-have pickups. Right now, it's in the almost top 5. And after that, we got Detective Comics number 1064. It drops this week, and this story so far is good. I really like it. I love Ram V as a writer. I love the overall pacing of this book. I love that they're talking about Bruce Wayne being older, not being able to keep up, because, you know, he's been around for so goddamn long. But guys, this book is pretty good, and you should consider picking it up. Next up is Magic Order number 3 from volume number 3. Mark Millar crushing it again on this series. I actually couldn't find issue number 2. It's in this room somewhere. I just couldn't find it, so I didn't read it, so that's why it's on the almost top 5. But I've loved both volumes 1 and 2, and volume number 3 started off really well. Next up is Old Dog number 1. This book has been delayed and delayed and delayed. It's finally coming out. I love the artwork on the cover of this book. He is the interior artist and the writer on this book, Delkin Shaney. I'm just excited for this book. I can't wait to read it. And the last book on my almost top 5 is Shadow Service number 15. I did not order issue number 14. It somehow missed my previous order, so I gotta order this book, and it's coming in next week, so I'm excited to read that, and this book has been so good. Alright guys, that is my almost top 5. Let's go ahead and dive into my top 5 must-have pickups with my number 5 book. Alright guys, the number 5 book is Briar number 1. Now this is written by Christopher Cantwell and art by Jermaine Garcia. Now why am I so excited about this book? Because I really am so excited. Guys, check out some of those covers. Those covers are amazing. I'm especially excited for that Stephanie Hans FOC reveal variant. But guys, the whole synopsis behind this book is that this is a brutal reimagining of the Sleeping Beauty fairy tale. Let me go ahead and just read the quick synopsis from LegalComicGeeks.com. What if Sleeping Beauty never got her happily ever after and had to save herself? Set in the brutal fantasy world that time forgot, this isn't the fairy tale that you know. See, it's quick, it's simple. I cannot wait to get my hands on this book. Now guys, I don't know Christopher Cantwell's writing at all. I've heard some bad things, I've heard some okay things, so I'm not gonna judge the book on that. But Jermaine Garcia's artwork on this cover looks absolutely fantastic. He's doing the interior, so I am pumped for this book. So, Briar number 1, a new number 1 from Boom Studios. Let's get pumped, and let's go ahead and jump into my number 4 book. In the number 4 spot is Grimm number 5. Now this is written by Stephanie Phillips and art by Felvano Armentero. Guys, this book is just so good. If you're not reading this book, you're missing out on a really fun story which features a ton of Grimms. You know, Grimms with a big scythe and they help ferry you to the dead. Well, this is a whole reimagining of that world. It is so cool. And this character, the main character, is so much fun. She doesn't know how she died. She's trying to figure out how she became a Grimm, but she can't figure it out. And there's chaos ensuing, and this whole underworld is so cool. And the artwork by Felvano is absolutely fantastic. and the covers are, there's so many good covers, and there's a foil B cover every single time. It's a version of the A cover. I don't know. There's a lot of good things going for this book. You guys should be reading this book. It's so much fun. And that is my number 4 book, Grimm. 2 Boom Studios back to back. Did I say back? Back to back. All right, guys, let's go ahead and jump in to my number 3 book. We're just sticking with independence almost all the way to the end. In the number 3 spot is Stillwater, number 15. Now, obviously, this is written by Chip Zdarsky. I've talked about this book so many times. It's been on the top 5 list so many times, and it's art by Ramon Perez. Guys, this story is about a town that is immortal. They cannot die. You can shoot them a bunch of times, you can chop them up, but they come back to life. They have immortality, and they don't like it when outsiders come into their world, and that's basically the whole general idea of this story. There's an outsider that came in. He was a relative of one of the members of the family, and chaos ensues, and oh my god. Oh, another thing, they're not just immortal, they don't age. So the kids that were, when this whole immortal things happen, are still kids, but they're like 50 years old. It's such a cool idea. You guys should be reading this. Chip Zdarsky is such an amazing writer. I love the story. The artwork is okay. I don't love the artwork, but man, the storytelling by Chip Zdarsky is off the chain. Now, I believe this is going to end in like issue 18 or 20. It's good. There is an ending in sight. We're getting really close to it, so it's kind of late to be jumping into this book. But man, if you haven't read it, let it finish, collect the trades, and enjoy this book. Man, this book is so good. I can see this being picked up and coming to like HBO Max. This is how good this story is. All right, guys, let's go ahead and jump in to my number 2 book. Alright guys, my number 2 book is probably not a surprise to some of you, with DC vs. Vampires number 9 dropping this week. It's written by James Tynion IV and Matthew Rosenberg, and art by Otto Schmidt. Guys, if you like Elseworlds Tales, this book is for you. It is so good. I also just love vampires. We're also leading up to Halloween, so you know, we're getting that monster vibe. It's all around. We're seeing decorations going up. You're seeing it in the stores. It's everywhere. And now we're reading it in our comic books. We're seeing heroes being turned into vampires and villains being turned into vampires, and heroes and villains working together trying to take down the vampires. Oh man, it is so good. And Otto Schmidt's art in this book is fantastic. It sells this book. It is so freaking good. And it's so brutal. It's so brutal and good. And Harley Quinn is such a great character, and she's in this book as well. Obviously, it's DC Comics. I don't know, guys. If you guys are not reading this book, you're really missing out on a really fun Elseworlds Tales. We got DC vs. Vampires. Both great stories. But guys, DC vs. Vampires drops this week. Not DC's. DC vs. Vampires. Alright guys, I know. I'm excited. You guys, I can't explain the whole book to you because that wouldn't be worth it. That'd be a waste of everyone's time. I'm just telling you, read this book. It's so good. Alright guys, let's find out what my number 1 book is. Alright guys, my number 1 book is not a shocker to anyone who watched this video series at all, or has been part of this channel at all for a while, because I've been ranting and raving about Sean Murphy's White Knight universe. It is so good. So in the number 1 spot is Batman Beyond the White Knight number 5. This is written and drawn by Sean Gordon Murphy. It's such a fantastic Elseworld tale. Yes, I love Elseworlds Tales. And if you don't like Elseworlds Tales, you probably won't like my number 2 book, which is DC vs. Vampires. You probably won't like this book right here, because if you like Batman and you like a different Elseworld take on the Batman and the whole Batman mythos, then you will like this book. Or if you just like really good artwork, then you will like this book, because Sean Murphy is an amazing artist. He's also just crafting this gigantic, amazing new Batman universe that just, it sings, it's amazing, it's so good, and he's bringing in all the main Batman characters into the storyline, and it just keeps getting better and better and better. This is the 3rd volume of this series, and it continues to get better with every single one. I hope this never ends. I really don't. And then in this series, because obviously it's called Batman Beyond the White Knight, we get Terry McGinnis. He's in this. We got Batman Beyond. We also got Batman. Joker's still in it somehow, but spoiler if you don't want to know, skip ahead like 15 seconds. Joker's dead, but he's still in this series. It is just so good. Guys, this series is so good. Pick up this series. You can already pick up obviously volumes 1 and volumes 2 in trade. It's also Sean Murphy's wife, Katana, wrote a Harley Quinn spin-off series in this universe, which was also so good. And yeah, this is just, It's a must-have pickup, guys. This is a must-have pickup of all the must-have pickups, I think. I don't think I've said that before, but I probably have. But guys, this is so good. And also that 1 in 25 for this one is so good. And there's also a J. Scott Campbell B cover for this book. I mean, come on. All right, guys, those are all the books on my top 5 list. Great week. Great week in comics. So excited to read these books next month because, you know, I'm going to read them before the next issue comes out. That's how my reading goes. All right, guys, let's go ahead and wrap this video up. The end of the video! You guys have made it. Thank you guys so much for sticking around to the end. What did you think of that top 5 list? What did you think of the new segment, the chopping block? I gotta start telling you guys what books I'm chopping from my list because I think that's important because I don't think those stories are all that good. But I don't want to highlight those so much. It's really highlighting that top 5 must-have pickups. But guys, I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. If you did and you're not subscribed, get yourself subscribed, hit that bell for notifications, and smash that like button. If you would like to join the other legends who watched to the end of the video, guys, leave a comment down below letting me know what your top 5 books that you're most excited about. If you have any cover lover picks, or what books are you chopping, just, you know, follow this video format and let me know down in the comments below. I love hearing from you guys. I don't always get back to you guys. I try my best, but sometimes life is so crazy when you got 3 kids and you're trying to make the most amazing woman in the world, Stephanie, the happiest woman in the world. Sometimes I just, you know, I don't have time to get back, but I really appreciate reading every single one of you guys' comments. And last but not least, guys, I do want to let you guys know I did cancel my channel memberships. I turned them off, I guess is better than cancel. But yeah, I just turned them off for a little while because I haven't been able to provide extra content for you guys. And I don't think the mystery box I was giving away at the end of the month was enough for you guys that were giving me your hard-earned money. So I turned those off for a little while. I might turn them back on next year, but we will wait and see. But guys, thank you to all the channel members up until this point. You guys were amazing giving me hard-earned money. I really appreciate it. And yeah, that's it. All right, guys, thank you guys so much for watching this long, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace.